The year is 1998. I burst out of my mother's womb like the Kool-Aid Man with a lust for adventure, eager to see what this new world has to offer. They must be here to greet me. I arrive at my new home. Mother says, "This is your big brother," and points to a bizarre-looking chunk of organic material with facial features similar to mine, but hideous and without any charm. Even though I was repulsed by what I saw, the creature had already been roaming this strange new world for 2 years now, so I accepted the beast as my big brother in exchange for his wisdom and experience. We communicated. Not verbally, but through infant telepathy! Sup, bruh? Hey, bruh. So, what is there to do around here? Check this shit out. Then, out of nowhere, big brother pulls some fucking herald and the purple crayon shit and transforms that black box in the middle of the living room into a portal to another dimension. I just figured out how to suckle on my mother's nipple an hour ago, and big brother's like Doctor Strange opening up the multiverse for me. And now, Mario's plump Italian schnoz is one of my earliest memories. This chunky polygonal Yankee watched me form my first sentence, which was probably back before Mom started making me go to this terrifying place she called outside. But Mom, there's AIDS out there! Where would you rather be? Peach's castle is cooler than Hogwarts. Don't even at me, Potterheads, you sorcerers, stoners. Okay, on this hand you got a painting that you can enter and explore to your heart's content, and on the other hand you have a painting that can watch you masturbate and then go gossip with the other paintings. Which would you rather? Peach's castle is just a hub world. They could have just gone with a level select screen, but instead we got a castle with so much intricacy it would make Castlevania start to fear for unemployment. You can slam these pillars to drain the moat, you can enter this stage during different times to change the speed of the obstacles, you can infinitely run up the staircase and never make any progress. There's a joke about my life in there somewhere. Unfortunately, Mario hub worlds get less interesting with every installment. I fully expect the next entry to just offer a Windows 7 drop-down menu. Another thing they stripped away from Mario in later installments is the ability to commit aggravated assault. That's right, Mario can punch in this game, but I honestly find the ground pound is more effective 90% of the time. Or the butt slam, as I call it. This move would make your favorite WWE wrestler shit himself. Imagine that thing coming at you. Bowser felt like an epic, menacing beast as a kid. This was truly the Dark Souls of my gaming experience at the time. He looked a lot cooler back then. In fact, all of this looked 100% real at the time. I could not spot the difference between these two photos. Nowadays, we can compare it to shit like this and... oh my God, how does that look so good? But this was pretty much what I had until the Wii launched. At least I had Glover. Couldn't get a GameCube because you already have a Nintendo. It's a different Nintendo, Mom! But honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that. Could you imagine growing up with this attached to your Mario? Talk about childhood trauma. And speaking of childhood trauma, who gave this the green light? Let's talk about music, because this game's soundtrack makes me want to shake my fanny like a skinny white Nicki Minaj. This shit makes me want to get off the couch and go on a goddamn run. Not that bad. And don't get me wrong, these water levels still evoke feelings of ferocious primal rage, but just when I'm ready to chuck my controller across the room and pull some fucking GTA carjacking spree IRL, the music goes... calm. And just play the Bob on Battlefield track during any negative situation. It lifts the mood every time, I guarantee it. Well, almost every time. I want this song to play at my funeral, that's all I'm trying to say. Opinion speed run. The most memorable level to me is Shifting Sandland. How could you forget this abomination? Tick-Tock Clock is an absolute banger, even though it usually just pisses me off. The worst level is Dire Dire Dock. Second worst level is the other water level. Seriously, who the fuck likes these? The power-ups are a bit lacking. The wing cap gives me a raging erection and puts a smile on my face from ass cheek to ass cheek. But if the other two were bleeding to death in my living room, I would go to bed and pretend like I didn't see anything. The slide segments are the chef's kiss. Nay, the chef's sloppy fucking blowjob, teary-eyed and all. I like the one that kills you at the end. This is not gameplay. The 100 coin missions can eat shit and die. 106 coins on the entire map? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck Mips the rabbit, it would be easier to catch a real wild rabbit, and fuck the bullies. If I wanted to get bullied, I'd go back to school. But especially fuck the monkey, the bird, and the snowman that steal your hat, leaving Mario looking like a registered sex offender working at a Firestone Auto Care.
I like to kill the baby penguin.
In conclusion, this game claps more cheeks than Pete Davidson. This was my introduction to gaming, and every asset in this game, from the models to the textures to the sounds, are each connected to a different childhood memory. This one reminds me of trauma. And it may feel dated to all you TikToking youngsters with your 4K Ultra Mega HD Xbox Series XXX whatcha-schmoozits and whatnot, but your high-res ass creds don't faze me, Generation Alpha. I have culture, and this is timeless art. I've been been indulging in the pleasure pit that is Super Mario 64 for my entire life, and I'll continue to indulge in it until I overdose on Charles Martinet's cheerful wahoos and lie dead at my funeral, where they'll be bumping the soundtrack.